Hey guys, so I'm back with another YouTube video. I feel like I have not filmed in actually forever. I just put on, I'm only wearing foundation right now, so if I look like a little boy, that's why, because I was going to film without makeup and then I realized, wow, I look way too ugly to do that. So, I still look ugly, but less ugly, so we're going to film the video now. So, this video takes place, fucking yesterday. This shit literally happened to me. Sorry, I was trying to turn down the brightness. Wow, I'm so pale. That's so fun for me. Love that. So this video happens deadass yesterday. I was on Tinder. I've had Tinder now for like a week or so. And, you know, it's cool, whatever. And I was on Tinder and I matched with this guy like a couple of days ago. And actually, for the story, we're gonna call him A. So I matched with A couple days ago and shit. And he tells me like last night, like, oh, I'm only here like till tomorrow night, so if you wanted to hang out, like, we'd have to do it like kind of soon type shit. And I was like, oh, okay, like, yeah, like, I had my makeup done already from early in the day, like, and I had hung out with my friend earlier, but like, you know, I still wanted to go out and do things. Like, I was still, I wasn't tired and shit, so I was like, okay, yeah, like, for sure, like, let's hang out, you know? And so, he picks me up, and, so he picks me up, he drives, like, 30 to, like, he's, like, 30 to 40 minutes away, whatever, picks me up, go in the car, and my dad, this is also just, like, not really a big part of the story, but it's just, like, kind of funny. My dad is acts like a fucking cop. My dad acts like a cop. And you're like, wow, your dad acts like a cop, but then you're all, like, this fucked up? Like, yeah, kinda. But, and so my dad's, like, sees me, like, dipping, and he's asking, like, A, like, where are you from? How do you know, like, my daughter? How old are you? Like, what are you guys gonna do? And, like, what time are you gonna have her home? And he's like, and I'm embarrassed as shit because, like, I'm fucking 19, and I'm like, wow, this is embarrassing. Like, I can't even go on a fucking date. Like, and my dad's like, I'm old fashioned, you know. Like, I like people asking me if they can take my daughters on date. Like, bitch, no fucking Tinder date's gonna ask my dad. I'm like, fucking, can I take your daughter out on a date? Like, definitely not. Also, just like, what? Just shut up. I don't know. Sorry, Dad. I'm not a bad kid, but like, sorry. But yeah, and the guy A, he's super respectful. Like, I'm actually like low-key impressed how like how good he's doing with my dad, like, because my dad is very, like, I feel like intimidating, but he's like super respectful. He's like what time would you like her home by, you know, like, I'll bring her home by then. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, like, I just really wanted to take her out and stuff, like. And my dad's like, you drove all this way to, like, take her out? And he was like, yeah, like, you don't drive that far when you like someone, like, it wasn't that far. Like, just being, like, super nice, super respectful, like, carried himself, like, super well, you know? So I was like, oh, cool, this guy's, like, hella cool. And then, like, we go, like, drive off, and I'm like, oh, cool, like, this guy's super, like, chill, I guess. I don't know. Just, like, very calm. And then I'm like, oh, like, so I apologize to him. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry my dad, like, acts like a cop. Like, that's so embarrassing. And he's like, no, like, it's fine. Like, cool. And I'm like, okay, like, cool. Like, he's not, like, being a dick about it. So, that's nice. So, I'm, like, thinking we're gonna go smoke. So, I'm like, okay, let's go to this road, and I'm gonna, and we can smoke. Sorry, I like deadass only care. But turns out shorty don't smoke. So we're driving down this road, and, you know, we're just talking, like, he's telling me how, like, he like lives in Virginia and shit, and how, like, he just came out here because like before the holidays, because he plans on like working during the holidays and all this shit. And I was like, oh, okay, like that's cool. Like my like I just went to Virginia like fucking like a month or two ago. I'm actually, I think like 2 months ago. Like I'm really bad with time. I have like no actual like central, I don't know, I'm super bad with time. Anyways, that's not fucking part of the story, so whatever. And so I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, I just went to Virginia. We're talking about Virginia. No offense if you're from Virginia, but we're kind of talking shit about Virginia and how kind of weird Virginia is. So, like, no offense if you're from Virginia, but, like, Virginia's low-key weird. I don't know. Sorry. And so we're talking about Virginia, and we're just, like, he's telling me about, like, then we're, like, talking about high school and shit. We're deadass, like, just talking. Like, you know, like, not... We're not fucking or doing anything. We're deadass just talking. And so we're just like talking about life, whatever. And where we're at a dead road. Okay, we're at a dead end. So like in this road, so I kind of like, this road is off. Like you would not pass by this road unless you needed to go to this road type of thing. Like, also... Yeah, absolutely, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna put that in the video. Not gonna put that in the video. Anyway, so yeah, the road is off. So, like, if you wanted to go to this road, you would have to really want to go to this road. Like, you know, you would have to know where this road was. You would kind of low-key have to be, like, in the town I live in, like, you would have to know, you would have to be from here to know where this road is. If you were not from here, you would definitely not know where this place was, type of thing. Like, it was that type of road, you know? And so we're just talking, whatever. I see this fucking car zoom down this road, and I'm like, what the fuck? I never see cars out here. And I always like go, like me and my friends, we always go smoke out there, you know. I'm like kind of snitching on myself, like I can't go to this road anymore. But so I never see cars. And it was like, it was kind of later at night, too. It was, like, you know, like, 10-ish or something. So, like, and they're fucking flying, like, driving super fast down this road. And I'm like, oh. And my first thought is just, like, oh, like, these people are probably from, like, where I'm from. And they're probably coming down here to smoke. Because, like, a lot of people, I feel like, come down this road to smoke. Because it's, like, a good, like, smoking spot. So I'm like, oh, okay, they're probably like gonna come smoke and like whatever. And then they're flying by, and I'm like, holy shit. And then they like turn around, and then so like he's like, let's go. And I'm like, yeah, like, let's go, because like, I don't know, the car was scaring me too. And I was like, why the fuck they flying, like, driving so fast? So I was like, yeah, like, let's go, I'm down to leave, because I didn't know why a car was there, you know? And so, and at first I'm thinking like, oh my god, like, maybe we're on private property or some shit. So I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go. So, you know, the car that like zoomed, the dead end road, you can like make a U-turn, you know? So they make a U-turn, and as like we're going, so we almost fucking hit like each other. Like the cars almost hit. And it would have hit on my side. And I'm not wearing my fucking seatbelt because we just fucking left, you know? Like, I didn't have, like, my seatbelt on. So we almost hit. So he, like, hella brakes. And then the car that, like, almost, you know, hit us, she fucking, like, parks in the road, like, diagonal. Like, or, sorry, horizontal? I don't know. I'm fucking dumb and I barely graduated high school. Horizontal is... sideways, yeah. So she parks like in the fucking like blocking off the road, so we cannot go. You know, we can't drive down this road. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is what I'm thinking. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck's going on? Like, dude, like, is this someone's property? Like, are they gonna call the cops on me? Like, I have fucking weed right now. Like, fuck. Like, what the fuck is going on? And, you know, and then this girl, she gets out of her car. She's pregnant. And so a pregnant lady gets out of her car, and I'm like, what the fuck? And she stands in front of the car. like the car we're in, sorry, me and like the car that me and my Tinder date are in, and she stands in front of the car, and she's like, what's funny, and I'm like so lost, you know. I'm like, who the fuck is she, like who is this girl? And I'm looking at him like, what is going on? And she was like, yeah, like, why don't you tell her who I am, like why don't you tell her who I am, you know? And she's like, by the way, I'm his wife and his baby mama. And she was pregnant. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm so dumb at first. I don't know why at first, like, I'm like, I don't believe her. Like, I don't know who she is. I don't know if they're, like, and he's, like, saying, like, I don't know her. Like, she's crazy. I don't know her. And, ooh, look, it looks like I have highlight on, and I don't. Okay, sorry. He's like, I don't know her. I don't know who this is. She's crazy. And I'm like, and then she's like, yeah, like, I'm his wife. Like, I'm his baby mama. Like, who are you? Like, type shit. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just used an app, you know? I just went on fucking a dating app. Like, fuck, you know? But I will say this, which I am a dumbass, and I probably should have took this as a fucking sign. His Tinder did not have his name. His Tinder did not say his name. So that's a little sketchy. I feel like if you don't have even your first name on Tinder, that's a little shady. So he's like trying to play it down. He's like, that's my baby mama. And I'm like, he's like, but we're not together. And I'm like, what did I just get myself into? You know? Like, what the fuck? And so I don't even know how she found him too. He must have like have some tracking shit. Maybe like they share each other's location on your iPhone, like something, because otherwise, like I said, like you would. My cat is annoying. Because, like I said, you would not know this road unless you were from where I am from. But, like, if you lived literally outside of town, you would not know this road. And also, like, you may not even know this road where I'm at. Like, where I am from. Like, it was not something you, like, drive by and see a car. Like, you had to find this place. So, she's like, yeah, I'm his baby mama and shit. Like, I bet you he didn't tell you he was married. And then she's like going off on him. And she's like, what? You, oh, I almost said his name. And she's like, what you don't have anything to say now? Like, you're quiet now and shit. And she's like, hit me. Like, hit me if you, like, hit me if you want to. Hit me if you want to. Like, run her over, you know? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is going on right now? Ew, I coughed like an old man. And she's like asking me questions, and I deadass don't know what to say. Like, I don't know what to say. And she's like, so she's asked me, like, why did he tell you he was out here? And I'm like, oh, like, he told me he wanted to come before the holidays, and he's telling me, like, don't answer to her, don't talk to her. And I don't know what to do, because, like, honestly, like, I'd be, like, pissed too. Like, what the fuck if, like, I don't know if they're actually married or not, because he, like, does live in Virginia, and she did, like, say, like, he lived in Virginia, like, so I'm like, how the fuck are you guys married, you know? Like, I don't know how they're married. I don't know them, like, clearly. I don't know them at all, so I don't know their situation. But, yeah, and she's like, I bet you couldn't wait to take off the wedding ring and shit. Sorry, I have a speech problem. And she asked me why he said it, and I was like, he said he was here because before the holidays, because he would have to work the holidays. And then she's like, no, he was here because that was the baby shower. Then shows me pictures of them at the baby shower. And I'm still in the car. We're still both in the car. And she's outside the car, but I can hear her and shit. And she shows me the pictures, and I believed her. Like, she gave me no reason not to believe her. Like, she had pictures, messages. He said it was her baby mama. Like, she was like, I have pictures, messages, all this shit. Like, if you want me to show you. And I was like, no. Like, I believe you. Like, I don't think you would follow. I don't think you'd drive 40 minutes away to follow your husband for no reason. So yeah, I believe you. Like, I think you guys are together. And so, and then he was like, is that not the holidays and shit? And she's like, I want the money back that I borrowed from you, like, that you borrowed from me for my kid. She's like, and all this shit, like, oh, you don't have money, but you drove all the way out here. And she's like, wow, like, you'll do anything for pussy. Like, you drove all the way out here and shit. And she's like, I hope you didn't suck his dick or fuck him or anything, because he has herpes. Herpes, bitch. And he's like, don't listen to her. It's not true. I didn't suck his dick or kiss him or even, like, or I didn't fuck him either, sorry. I didn't do anything with this guy. We deadass just talked. Like, that was it. And she's like, yeah, like, he has herpes. And she was like, yeah, he has my name tattooed on his chest. Like, you didn't get that far, but he has my fucking name tattooed on him and shit. And I was like, damn, you have your girl's name tattooed on your chest and you cheat on her? Because why would you get a girl's name tattooed on your chest? Like, shorty, are you good? And, you know, it's just, like, telling me all this shit. Like, and I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do because it's just me. And she's like, how'd you meet him and shit? And I was like, Tinder, like, and he's like, telling me, like, don't talk to her. And I was like, I met him through Tinder. And she was like, oh, yeah, like, you're still on Tinder, like, and you're fucking married and shit. And he's like, and she's like, I know where the other fucking 2 girls live too, so, like, don't play me, like, I should make a visit to their house and shit, and all this shit. And he's like, and he's not saying anything, like, he's literally on hush mode. That's also how I knew, kind of, he was, like, guilty. He wasn't saying shit, and I was like, yeah, your girl's probably right. So yeah, and she's like, she is not moving. I was in this fucking thing for, like, literally, like, it felt like 30 minutes. It probably was, like, just 20, but god damn, it felt long, and I didn't know what to do. What the fuck do you do in that situation when I've never been in that situation? I've literally never been in that situation. Bitch, shit felt like a fucking movie. Like, where, like, I caught up, and I'm, like the side chick, but I didn't even know he had I didn't know he was married. He was, like, young. I'm not saying, like, if you're young, you can't get married, but, like, most young people aren't married. And also, he was on Tinder, and I would hopefully like to assume that most Tinder people are not married, you know? Like, I'd hope that. But I guess I was wrong. And she's like, I don't care if I look crazy right now. Like, bitch, like, she's not dumb. Like, she knows I'm crazy for a reason and shit like that. And he's not saying anything. And then I'm like, and she's like, do you want to ride home? And I'm like, I'm good. Because, like, I'll tell you, you know, shit that you want to know. I'm not going to get in the car with you. Probably not going to get in the car with you. Probably was not going to be a good idea. Also, I just felt, like, really uncomfortable, and I wanted to get the fuck out. So I called my friend, and I was like, can you please do me a huge favor and, like, pick me up right now? Like, you know the road we've smoked at. Like, can you pick me up there? And she picks me up, and then I tell her all about it, and I'm like, yeah, that's what happened to me tonight. That's what fucking happened to me tonight. And also, it was clearly she was pregnant. I could see her fucking pregnant fucking belly. Like, I could see that shit. And, like, yeah. And then, so my friend, she picks me up, and I fucking dip. And then I'm like, I was gonna show my friend, like, his Tinder profile picture. Like, his Tinder profile. and his Tinder was deleted. So don't know what happened after that. Did not contact him after that. But yeah, that's the story how I went on a date with the married man and his baby mama showed up. And yeah, that was my date. So yeah, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And yeah, bye.